4 wins in a row. Michael Carrick has done it for the first time since we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as interim manager. What a top performance, at least in my opinion. We played some really good football. We nullified Spurs, especially in that second half. And yes, the red card has quite a bit to do with that. But before the red card, we were still putting Spurs under pressure, playing some good football, some good rondos, as we would call it here, Honchi. And it certainly does look like there is patterns. There is a repeatable type of play that we see from Michael Carrick. The players look more confident, they look more comfortable in their positions, they look comfortable all over the pitch when they have the ball. Nobody seems to be panicking under pressure when they have the ball. And it certainly does show that from Ruben Amorim's time to what we are seeing now under Michael Carrick, even though it's only a short span of time under Michael Carrick, we are playing so much better. We have definitely improved since Ruben Amorim left. And it goes to show that there were quite a few limitations on Ruben Amorim as a manager in terms of how he set the team up, in terms of what he got out of the players. And you can also look at his attitude himself, how stubborn he was, how he refused to change, refused to be tactically flexible. And Michael Carrick does that. He sees what is needed and he adjusts his tactics according to the opposition. Because we didn't play the same way we did against City and Arsenal, and not even against Fulham like we done against Spurs in this 2-0 win. We certainly did have the same team starting. Carrick chose the same team for the fourth game in a row from the start. And I kind of predicted that. I saw that in the preview. I said he's not going to make any changes because he trusts the starting 11. The players that have started together are comfortable with each other. They know each other's rhythms. They know exactly how each other will move. And they are very much connected in terms of their passing, and familiarity also plays a really good role. So having this type of consistency is really, really good. And let's be real, before I actually talk about the game itself, I do want to say, and I want to ask you guys, do you think Man United are back yet? Can we say that? Do you feel that? And do you think Michael Carrick is the man for the permanent job as Manchester United manager, head coach, whatever they decide to name whoever comes in? But the way it looks right now, Michael Carrick does look like the man for the job. He seems to be doing the right things, saying the right things, getting the right type of energy and performances out of the players. I mean, even the likes of Dallo, who we completely wrote off last season, the beginning of this season, he was struggling. And even he is now pulling out such great performances that Mazraoui, who is arguably a better defender, a better player, is on the bench, not being used in certain moments and comes on in the second half. So that is credit and testament to what Michael Carrick, Steve Holland, etc. are doing behind the scenes. And the players are speaking quite fondly and proudly about Michael Carrick and the backroom staff in terms of how they are approaching training, the things that they are doing to improve the players individually. And there's so many things that are happening. And the way Carrick has done it has certainly put us into a position of strength. We now, Liverpool have to play City. We're 4 points clear of them. Aston Villa drew, so we are only 2 points behind them. And again, 1 point behind them. So if City loses today, we're 1 point behind City in second place. So we can literally look to get second place in the Premier League. First place, Arsenal are still winning their games, bar the one against us, of course. And it does look like they're going to go on to win the title. I think they do look strong enough to win their remaining games, and it will take a monumental bottling and them completely capitulating, losing games, etc., for us to even have a chance of getting to that top spot. But getting Champions League was the main aim for the season, and right now we are definitely looking like we are going to have Champions League football back at Old Trafford next season, and that's exciting. But on the game itself, we started quite well. We pressurized Spurs, we put them on the back foot. And yes, Spurs created chances, they also pressurized us. And in that moments, when we stuck to the task, when we remained defensively solute, we certainly done well to keep Spurs out. Lomans making crucial saves, and that set us up to go and win the game. We managed to stay compact, stay defensively sound in moments of pressure from Spurs. And we still managed to go on and still have good domination of the ball. Yes, the red card itself was a red card, let's be real. That's a dangerous tackle from Romero on Casemiro, no debate about that. But of course, after that, the expectation becomes more for us to go and win the game. And getting the first goal immediately after the red card was very good because it ensured that Spurs cannot just sit back and defend for the rest of the game to try and get the point or try and get a lucky break on the counter. They needed to come out. And they did that. But we managed them quite well. We cut off any balls from the defense out to Solanke. We ensured that they couldn't play through the midfield. And we had very, very good pressing in certain moments to force them to go and make a long pass. And then Maguire, Martinez, them boys at the back, winning the ball comfortably. And we received possession again. And we just reset and go from there. So it was good. But that first goal, straight off the training ground, Bruno gets the corner, plays it to Mainu on the edge of the front post, and he flicks it around the corner to Mbuma on the edge of the box, and he calmly passes it into the back of the net. That was off the training ground. We are now the most improved team when it comes to set pieces this season, even beating the likes of Arsenal, who are seen as the set piece kings. But nevertheless, that put us in the lead. Mbuma showing again just what a great player he is, a big game player. And we've managed to push on from there. Great getting the first goal, going into the halftime, and then coming out in the second half. Of course, Spurs were going to give it their all, and they did. They started the second half a bit better than us, but once we got into the rhythm again and we started getting ball possession and having it in good areas, we then pushed Spurs back again, and we kept possession of the ball for long periods of time, which was expected. They are down to 10 men, and of course, we are in the lead. And we weren't in a rush to go forward. We kept it calm. We managed the game quite well. That's why I said it was a top win, a professional performance in terms of how we applied ourselves and how we managed the game quite well. So that second goal was definitely coming. It was going to happen, and it did. And we needed that second goal to get the cushion and basically kill the game off. And we did that through some brilliant work from Delo on the right hand side, crossing the ball in. It just misses Sesko, and Bruno at the far post gets to tap it in 2-0. And now Bruno Fernandes, our captain, has got 200 goal involvements since joining Manchester United. Wow. Where would we have been without Bruno Fernandes? Possibly relegated if you look at that season we had under Amorim last season, finishing 15th. If we didn't have Bruno, we probably would have been relegated. What a captain, what a player. And you can talk about Bruno being offside maybe if Sesko, he does go for the ball. Does he touch it? That's another question. But nevertheless, the goal was given and we 2-0 ahead. And from that point onwards, we seemed to do quite well. We kept the ball. Spurs kind of gave up. There wasn't much for them to play for. So we managed the game quite well. A professional performance. And a win even after being put under pressure when Spurs was at 11 men. And basically, if we didn't have Lomans in goal, we probably conceded about 2 or 3, and the game would have been done over in the first half already. So, credit to Lomans in goal, credit to the defense, Maguire, Martinez, Mainu in midfield, getting man of the match. And you can say Bruno also got man of the match. Wow. The players have seriously improved under Michael Carrick, and this is great. We're just going to be excited about it. Up the fucking Reds. It's a glorious time right now as Man United fans, and the club in itself is going in the right direction. Now, West Ham is next, and that is going to be a tough game. Thick and fast. We were playing, I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday night. I'll check that again. Probably will, of course, do a preview for that, but this is a bogey team. Away from home, London Stadium, Jared Bowen, Wan-Bissaka, no Paqueta at least, but West Ham, Nuno Espirito Santo, they can cause trouble. Somerville is in a good vein of form, but we'll talk about that in the preview. 4 wins in a row. I am happy. Have a wonderful day, Red Devils. I certainly am excited, trying to get my words out here, but nevertheless, Man United, Michael Carrick have 4 wins in a row. We are strong in our top 4 position, and we certainly are improving as a team. But have a wonderful day. We see each other again. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.